Sadhguru, I have been a long admirer of yours, and every person here is here because they love you. And I think I could include myself in that. I'm reminded of a very powerful quote that I repeat very often, and I'm going to share it with all of you here. It's by Baba DM. It says, in the end, we will protect. In the end, we will protect only that what we love, and we will love only that what we learn about. And I think you have been instrumental in making so many of us learn to love nature and ourselves, and help us understand that we as human beings are not separate from nature, we are not apart from nature, but we are a part of nature. And what we do to our environment, we are in fact doing to ourselves, our own health. So thank you for that, Sadhguru. Thank you so much. I want to start with a question which is one that is connected to Rally for Rivers. I'm very proud to have participated in that campaign. It was a movement that galvanized civil society like no other. And it has seen a kind of participation that is unprecedented. And I know that your concern and love for India's rivers is deep. And I think the theme of Beat Plastic Pollution is so deeply connected with Rally for Rivers that you came forward as well to say that this is something we have to do. Can you share with us what in your experience is, of course, the greatest need for India's rivers, and how you have connected the message of beat pollution to Rally for Rivers?
Namaskaram and welcome to a warm day. It's wonderful to have Eric and Dia here. Well, unfortunately, we are still looking at a mega problem in small pieces. But that's how it works in the world, so we are focusing on one at a time. But this is not a separate problem, these are all just one problem. Essentially, this problem is about the way we live. Essentially, that we as life have forgotten that we are life. We as life have forgotten that our life has something to do with every other life. Not just in the impact that we cause. As existence, our life's existence is connected to everything around us. And there is no such thing really as in and out, because what is in me and what's outside of me, because every day something is coming in, something is going out. People say nearly 7 kilograms of intake and exchanges happening per day. So, we've just lost contact with life, our own life, and everything else that nourishes our life. This is the fundamental disaster, which is manifesting in so many different ways in the world. In our country, this land which was referred to as the land of 7 rivers at one time, because as we know, both in this nation and everywhere else, most civilizations always thrived on riverbanks, because water being the source of life. But today, I'm not an environmentalist in any sense, but from my personal experience, I've seen rivers depleting in an alarming way, from how I have seen them 30, 40 years ago and how they are today is no more a small concern, it is a serious problem. if we don't handle this in war footing. I'm using the word war intentionally because every day the way we're living is a war. It's a war with everything. At least let's reverse the war towards our well-being. It has to be done like we have a war on our hands, because the condition of the land, the soil and water in the country is alarming, very alarming, okay? With 1.4 billion people on your hands or 1.3 billion people on your hands, allowing soil and water to get depleted like this is… we still kind of in God's hands. We have not taken the nation in our hands, that's what it means. So, if we have to take charge of this, it's very important, the rivers. Rivers are a measurable entity because water's depleting, you can see it. But this depletion is happening in the air, this depletion is happening in every possible way. They may not all be as dramatic as water shortages, so we picked on water to start with. Now plastic has been the theme of United Nations and it is a very deep concern. Plastic is a classic case of who we are right now, how irresponsible we are as human beings, because out of many materials that we have developed on this planet, plastic is one of the most fantastic materials. I know a whole lot of people will get against me for this. I'm saying this because a material that can be recycled thousands of times over and over again is a perfect material to make sure that what we use is in a cycle, that we don't have to continuously dig something new. We can use the same material for centuries if we handle it right. But we have handled it so irresponsibly, such a wonderful material has become poisonous, it has entered everything. They're saying a whole lot of microbes are carrying plastic in them. Maybe if lot of plastic gets into you, you can do your morning yoga better, maybe you'll be a little more flexible. If that's what you're thinking, that's not how it works. So, this has been of profound concern to me always, but to bring attention, it took a certain amount of time. I'm glad now the nation is sitting up and listening at least. It's time to act, it's not time to debate, it's time to act. And I have done so much work with people in the last 36 years on variety of issues, but though there are so many wonderful people who will immediately respond, I don't believe the larger population will correct things by themselves. They need the push of law. That's why for everything we are saying we need a policy, because without the push of law, the larger population will not move, and if they take 100 years to change their ways, that's not good enough. If it has to change quickly, law has to come into place. That is why we are looking at single-use plastic ban.
Thank you so much, Sadhguru. That was deeply insightful. I'm going to turn now to Eric Solheim to tell us why the United Nations Environment Programme chose Beat Plastic Pollution as the